I remember when I first heard Talib Kweli's album Reflection Eternal. It was actually with DJ High Tech out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and they combined for what I would consider a few hip hop classics. And that album really put me on to Talib Kweli's talent as an artist. I mean, just very positive. He had the little Nelson Mandela skit on there. Nobody will argue that the man is a talented lyricist, talented rapper, will go down as a hip hop classic. If you're saying that, then you're foolish. Talib Kweli is definitely, in my opinion, a hip hop. If they had a Hall of Fame, he would definitely go. But Talib Kweli has done what other entertainers and other rappers have done in today's time, which is leave the artist kind of system and kind of come into this new social media activist space. All right. And Talib Kweli, who is no stranger to criticism, uses his Twitter to discuss his feelings about issues or the issues of the day. And he does this with great zeal, if you can call it that. He discusses many things with many people, arguing with people, attacking people, calling people out. But his newest opponent seems to be what is known as the ADOS movement, which is the American Descendants of Slaves, another way of calling out the African Americans. This is ADOS is African Americans, and African Americans, for those who may not know, are not blacks who are born in America, but blacks who belong to the same tribe of those who came from Africa as slaves, born in America. So that does not mean a Belizean American or a Nigerian American or your family's been here for 3. No, the African Americans are this distinct group. Martin Luther King is ADOS, or Malcolm X is ADOS, or, so on and so forth. So there was a shooting, as everybody knows. This shooting was considered to be Trump-inspired. MAGA, Make America Great Again, terrorism. And although the people who participated in this is debatable if they had anything to do with Trump or were his supporters, but Talib Kweli takes to Twitter. And he doesn't waste any time including another group who he feels that is just as bad as those MAGA terrorists. He calls out ADOS too. That our blood, or the ADOS blood, is also, or the hands of those people have blood on them as well. Not just the MAGA terrorists. You are just in the same ilk. And when I read that, because a brother sent that to me, and I won't call his name right now. If he wants to shout himself out, he can. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video about this. Enough is enough. I typically don't like to call out artists or call out people like that or whatever, because people say trying to get views. But Talib Kweli, bro, listen, this is coming from somebody that is a fan of yours. Enough is enough, okay? I'm not going to sit here and allow you to blame the victim. You're not going to do that. Now, the way that you're talking about ADOS, either you're really bored, or maybe, just maybe, if people were to run your history, maybe you're something else. I don't know. I don't know if you're a continental African or if you're a Caribbean or whatever the case may be, and you feel somewhat offended by what ADOS is saying. But I want to talk to you that there has been no other group in America that has been terrorized than a person of ADOS lineage. you can't find them, all right? And I definitely sympathize, and also I have, I'm trying to have some understanding or empathy, because I can't really understand what it feels like to have somebody gun down of your family in a Walmart. I would never know what that pain is like until I've experienced it. So I definitely try to sympathize and empathize the best that I can. But to sit here and equate that immigrants of other groups have faced the amount of physical violence, mental violence, had wealth taken away from them, their civil liberties taken away, and now you want to equate this group with some terrorism? I mean, brother, what side of the of your mind is not working? Because obviously, whatever that you're smoking, I don't know what it is, but you are smoking some good shit. Whatever it is, I don't know. I hope and pray to God that you get your mind back together. Because you are a talented rapper. You are a talented producer. And I would say you're probably going to go there. If there was a Hip Hop Hall of Fame, you would go there. But right now, you have lost your damn mind. Especially when the group of people, and this is funny, this is another argument, I'm going to leave this, what you're talking about. The group of people that you're criticizing are the group of people that have made you popular. I mean, I don't understand this. You're from Brooklyn, New York. Talib Kweli, the people who patronized you and bought your albums and bigged you up, like the people who introduced you to me, and I bought your stuff. Hey, bro, guess what? These are people who are considered ADOS, African Americans, black people. The same people that make a way for you. You know, I don't know if people coming from other countries are coming into the United States by leaps and bounds, buying Talib Kweli albums or watching your Twitter feed. I don't know what your agenda is, but I will tell you this. There is no way that you should be allowed to talk about our people in this way, man. It's something that I can't, and usually, like I said, I'm not the kind of person that takes to big people or addresses them or anything like this. But when I saw that, man, I was just taken aback. In whatever your problem is with ADOS and some of their arguments, if you feel that they're anti-African, if you feel that they are anti-Caribbean, for me, then you would address those things. But what you're trying to do is equate terrorism. And I'm talking about ADOS is typically something that's trending online. People have discussions about it on podcasts, or people have discussions about it on video, or people have discussions about it in comment sections. You have never seen an ADOS person that will write a manifesto talking about their hatred of other groups and go out and commit such atrocities. You just haven't, and you won't see that. You're just not going to see that. But then you will fix your mouth to equate a group of people who typically are limited to online discussions, who typically are limited to a few live streams. And then you want to say that influence is equivalent to terrorism. And you are just speaking out of emotionalism, brother. You have not thought any of these ideas through, which leads me to believe that you must be insane. Because that is the only way you can justify such a comment. It's either you are mentally sick, or you are insane, or you are living somewhere in La La Land. Wherever that you live in is, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Go get checked out. Because you need help. Somebody need to take the phone from you, need to log off of Twitter, and you need to get your life together. Because you are talking about some foolish ass shit right now, brother. I'm just being honest with you. You're not making any sense. And what you are trying to do, brother, is you are taking your animosities out on a group of people because you don't like them. Okay, so you got trolled by a few ADOS people. Yeah, we know that our people can be cruel and they can talk about you in comment sections and they can say this. But damn, bro, for you to call somebody a terrorist? When you know that these people have been the most humiliated in American society, is that what you're going to do? To me, that's weak. That is weak, brother. And I cannot sit here and allow you to do that. I'm not going to do that. No. And if the video gets back to you, and I'm not looking for any response, but bro, you really need to get some help. That's all I'm looking for you to do. If you don't do nothing else, you need to get Jesus, Allah, some disciples, Buddha, any God that can help you right now. Please go get them. I'm trying to tell you the truth. You need all the help you can damn get. You need help. Because right now, you're just so mad and upset. Because you're getting in all these arguments with all these people. But don't let your personal feelings replace what is real. Because what is real is not what you're talking about. You just can't do that. So again, that's just my address to him. You know, I'm like I said, I'm a big time Talib Kweli fan. I don't have no disrespect or ill will towards the brother. I've listened to him for many years. I think he's talented. Maybe he's having a bad day. And maybe he had a whole lot of bad days, like 2 years worth of bad days. I don't know. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this? I'll put I'll try to link the tweet there. But guys, let me know what you're talking about, what you're thinking about. Subscribe to us on patreon.com, Black Men, Negro Manosphere. Patreon, definitely looking forward to the support because black men must support black men. All right, guys, thank you for your support. Hit the bell, subscribe. What do you think about all this? And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.